Hey, it's Laura Jane here, your favourite online UK property investor.
Maybe the only one.
And today, I'm going to talk to you about what I've learned in business about communication. I'm going to tell you how you can have fewer arguments, not just with your colleagues at work and with your customers and clients, but also with your family, your friends, and your partner. Behold, the communication square! Remember how in school you did this thing called completing the square in algebra? Well, this is like that, but for communication, and it involves no maths. There are 4 steps to communication. Number 1, what the person means by what they say. Susan comes home from work. Susan sees a pile of stuff in the house, and Susan thinks this.
I'm overwhelmed and I'm stressed at work, and I'm finding the mess in this house visually overstimulating for me. So I would like this room overall to be cleaner, and so that I can feel a sense of calm and peace when I'm at home after a stressful day.
But the thing is, Susan didn't say that, did she? No, because who speaks like that? This is what Susan actually said.
You know what, Chrissy? I think it's time that we threw out some of your old things.
So Susan didn't say what she meant, number 1. Susan said something different, number 2. So there's what we mean, and then there's what we actually say. Then there's number 3, what Chrissy hears.
Chrissy, I want to throw out all of your stuff.
So that's what Chrissy heard. So now what did Chrissy interpret that Susan actually meant? Well, she thinks this. You know what? I don't care about you or your past or your sentimental attachment to any of your belongings. I just don't care. Don't care. And this, my friends, is very, very different from what Susan actually meant in the first place when she was feeling stressed and overwhelmed and she just wanted a bit of visual peace in her house when she got home. That wasn't actually a personal attack on Chrissy's character. So then Chrissy says something extremely unhelpful, like,
"No, Sue, that's ridiculous. They're not even that old. It's fine."
And then Susan hears,
"I don't give a flying monkeys how you feel or whether you're overwhelmed or stressed.
I don't care."
So there we have it, folks, the perfect start of an argument from poor communication. So here are the 3 sides of the square. First corner, what you mean. Number 2, what you actually say. 3, what the other person hears. And number 4, what the other person interprets from what you said. Now, how do we stop this from turning into an argument? We have to, drumroll please, complete the square. So now we have to make sure that what Chrissy heard is the same as what Susan meant. So Chrissy has to repeat back to Susan what she understood from what Susan said. And the conversation is not allowed to proceed until Susan says, yes, Chrissy, that's exactly what I meant. Now, this is fantastic for stopping arguments. It also works very, very well in business when you're giving instructions to your team members and to your employees and to your staff. Here's why. Number 1, what you mean by your instructions. Number 2, the instructions that you actually give. Number 3, what your team member hears. And then number 4, what your team member actually understands and hence what they do, right? And so you're playing this game of Chinese whispers every time you give anyone any instructions. So the way to fix this is to get your member of staff to repeat back to you what they understood from what you said. And then you say,
"Yes, that's exactly what I meant."
or,
No, it isn't.
and then you amend it until you agree, and then you let them go and do the task that you set for them. And that is how, ladies, gentlemen, boys, girls, and everyone occupying that delicious space in between, you complete the square and avoid a whole host of arguments with the people around you that you care about and want to work cooperatively with. Now, if you want more content like this, then check out my website, or you can find my latest video here. And you can subscribe here. And see you in the next one, folks.